There are three very different video services available to prisons and jails, which are distinctly separate from each other. 1. Video visitation. 2. Video remote interpreting. 3. Video relay service. First is video visitation. Video visitation allows inmates in a prison or jail to conduct a video call from inside the prison with either an approved visitor on site or someone at a remote location using a computer or tablet. It lets correctional facilities transition traditional in-person visitation to a more secure on-site or remote alternative. Secondly, you have video remote interpreting, or VRI. It is used by prisons when a deaf inmate is in the same room as a hearing person. VRI is only used when a prison employee, such as a doctor or nurse, needs to communicate with a deaf inmate and an on-site interpreter is not available. For example, a doctor needs to treat an injured inmate. The doctor places a video call to a VRI service, which is answered by an American Sign Language or ASL interpreter. The doctor speaks to the interpreter, and the interpreter, using ASL, repeats the doctor's question to the inmate. The inmate then responds to the doctor's question by signing back to the interpreter, who then speaks the inmate's response to the doctor. VRI is always a business relationship between the jail or prison and the VRI provider. The jail or prison is charged a per-minute rate for the VRI service. There are literally hundreds, if not thousands, of VRI providers in the United States using a myriad of proprietary video technologies. Finally, you have Video Relay Service, or VRS. VRS is used when a deaf inmate needs to make a telephone call to a hearing person. VRS providers are licensed and certified by the Federal Communications Commission, or FCC. There are very few active licensed VRS providers in the United States. How does VRS work? When a deaf inmate wants to make a telephone call, they use a video terminal that is connected to a licensed VRS service provider. The video portion of the call is connected to an interpreter, who then relays the information via voice to the hearing individual. The cost of the call is entirely paid for by funds which are administered by the FCC. Neither the prison nor the inmate pays for the call. Let's summarize video visitation, VRI, and VRS. First, there is video visitation, or VV. 1. It's typically used by inmates to make video calls to visitors and relatives. 2. Inmates sometimes pay for the calls. 3. Video visitation is not VRS and cannot be used to make VRS calls. Secondly, there is video remote interpreting, or VRI. 1. It's used when a hearing person, such as a doctor, needs to immediately communicate with a deaf person in the same room. 2. The jail or prison pays for the call. 3. There are hundreds of VRI providers. 4. VRI is not VRS and cannot be used to make VRS calls. And finally, there is Video Remote Service, or VRS. 1. It's used when a deaf inmate needs to make a telephone call to a hearing person. 2. The FCC pays for the call. 3. It can only be provided by FCC licensed providers. 4. There are very few VRS providers. Now that we have explained the differences and separate technologies, let's talk about what Tidal Wave Telecom's products do for jails and prisons. Simply stated, Tidal Wave Telecom products secure VRS video calls made by deaf inmates. Tidal Wave Telecom is the only provider of secured video relay, or SecureVRS, solutions. Our products provide the closest possible solution to what is used by prisons and jails for telephone calls made by hearing inmates. SecureVRS provides a corrections-grade VRS front end that protects the public from unauthorized calls being made by both deaf inmates and unauthorized hearing inmates. Tidal Wave Telecom SecureVRS allows prisons and jails to provide managed access, block unauthorized calls, record VRS calls, securely meet the requirements of the ADA, NRA, and PREA for deaf inmates, plus CDRs, inmate picture ID, call timers, max call time limits, called party notifications, remote monitor calls, terminate active calls, system-wide shutdown, define available hours, and much, much more. To learn about SecureVRS, visit www.tidalwavetelecom.com. Email sales@tidalwavetelecom.com or call us at 916-751-5500.